A ministerial order has just been issued, an official state bulletin, and that says that essentially all the regions that are affected by a COVID rate of over 500 per 100,000 cases, and also have more than 35% of their intensive care beds subject to COVID-19 patients, and has more than 10% of tests, they will have to introduce a series of restrictions on movement. Essentially, that means that the whole of Madrid and a number of the surrounding towns and cities must stop their residents from travelling outside those districts. They must also not get together with more than 6 people unless their family is larger than 6. It looks from this ministerial order that people will be able to go to shops and bars, but they will have limitations on the numbers. They will also be closing earlier. Shops and businesses will close at 10 o'clock. Restaurants will close at 11 o'clock, which is pretty early for Spain. All of those restrictions must be implemented by the regional governments affected by them within 48 hours. But as you mentioned, the Madrid regional government has already come out and said that it is unhappy about these restrictions. It says that it will even go to court. At the moment, the head of the regional government is saying she will strictly meet this ministerial order, but she will be taking legal action.
Sarah, talk us through some of the other reactions you've been hearing to these measures.
Many of the centre-right and right-wing press call this a measure imposed by the left-wing central government on the Conservative and Liberal government of Madrid. They say that these measures are unfair. There's many people who believe that these measures should have been introduced far sooner, because the rate of COVID-19, as you mentioned, is far higher than any other EU country. In parts of Madrid, we have COVID-19 cases of 1,000 per 100,000 residents. That means 1 in every 100 resident has tested positive. But generally, the feeling in Spain is that there has been a disagreement between the central government and the regional government, that these measures have been brought in a very chaotic manner, and that people in Madrid and other areas in Spain that could find themselves affected by this new ministerial order are really lacking the clarity that they need to go about their daily business. The general feeling is that something more should have been done, and that those health centres that are so beleaguered at the moment should really be reinforced with more doctors.